Okay, so let's look at putting in some other data into the map that might be useful, um, for viticulturists, winemakers, or consumers. So, for instance, one thing that consumers might want to know would be parent material, especially in the Willamette Valley, where there's just an interesting story to be told about how the land was formed. So we can do that by using these tables that are devoted to parent material. One thing you'll notice, so the table here in this document is called COPM. It's not actually what it's called in the export. This table, COPM, is actually CPMAT. I'm not sure why there's this discrepancy between the file names and this document, the metadata document. I suspect something happened, like they updated their export, like what we're getting out of the soil survey, and then didn't change the metadata document. You'll notice this these discrepancies every once in a while when you work with this stuff. But if we pull open this, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. Actually, there's 7, because right there is an empty column, I believe, in between there. So the first is the vertical order, blah, 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 and then you have the parent material key and the group key here. And then so PM origin is right there, that's basalt. And the kind is right there, colluvium. So that's stuff that's fallen down a hill, and it's derived from basalt. Okay? So this could be an interesting layer to, some interesting data to put into our map if we wanted it. So what we need to do, though, is find the identifiers that are going to be used to link this data to the map. So we have the parent material group key and the parent material key. So what we could do is link. So here's another file which is component parent material group, and it has the component parent material group key and a component key. Right, so what we're going to need to do is find the component key and link that to the map unit key. Then we're going to link the component key to the component parent material group key, and then we're going to bring in the parent material. Okay, so this is kind of complicated, but it's not really. So first we need to bring in the component key and link that to the map key. So component key, I can already tell you, is in the comp table. Bring up here in a second, the comp table. So again, remember it says table physical name component. It's not called that actually. In the export, it's actually called comp, right? And you can see field 109 is the component key. All right, so let's append that to the attribute table. So what we're going to do is go to layer, add limited text layer, go to Sergo, tabular, comp. So there it all is there. So now just go ahead and add that in. And 109 is the component key, and 108 is the map unit. So, and it may also be interesting to take in component name. So field 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is join them on field 108 and map unit key, and then we're going to take 109 and field 4. So properties, join comp on 108, which is map unit key, and map unit key. Make sure that's right. Yeah. So there you can see field 108, map unit key. Okay. And then the fields that we want, we're going to take 109, and which is the component key, and we'll take number 4. So field 4 and 109. And in this case, I'm just going to leave these as with the field name prefix. Okay? And click Apply. All right, now let's open the attribute table. Okay, so there you can see all of that. I actually don't know what field 4 is in here. Field 4 is component name. Entirely sure what that is. I'm going to go ahead and just remove that. Actually, we can figure it out by using this. So this is showing components. Field number 4 is component name. It says name assigned to a component based on its range of properties. If we pull it up, this doesn't quite make sense because the map unit name here is Jory, and then over here the component name is Rittner. So I don't fully understand what that's showing us. But regardless, we do have now the component key, so I'm going to go ahead and delete the field 4. It didn't work. Oh, it didn't work because we have to export this. That doesn't matter. So, all right, let's go ahead now and put in the parent material. Put in the parent material, we're going to need to connect the parent material group key to the component key using component parent material group. So again, open it up in QGIS, open up the parent material group. There it is. Okay, and then there's those IDs right there. All right, so we don't really want these descriptions here necessarily, so I'm not going to use those, but we'll add this to the map, right? And then we'll link component key to the, so we're going to link field 3 to the component key, and then we're going to take field 4. Okay, so in here, open attribute table, so we're going to link it to 109. So properties, join, and then join the group, and it's going to be, again, let's look at it in here. We're joining field number 3 with 109, and then we're going to take the component group key. Okay, so we're going to take field number 4. Okay, and I'm going to call this one CMAG. Okay, and then open up the attribute table. So now you can see that we have this identifier. Okay, so now what we're going to do is open up the CP mat. So go to add delimited text layer, and then find parent material. There it is, CP mat. Sweet, sweet. So now we can see this is how it was formed, like physically, and then this is the underlying material, right? So let's go ahead and add that. And so if we open the attribute table, we see these 1255 numbers. Open the attribute table in CP mat. You can see those 1255 numbers. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using to link the two. So we're going to link field 6 with the, this one here, field 4. Okay, and in this case, I'm only going to take the field 4 and 5. Okay, so again, properties, and then make a join with CPMat and field 6 to field 4, right, because this is those group keys. And I'm only going to take field 4 and field 5 from CPMat. Okay, and then go ahead and just click OK, click Apply, OK. Now if you look in the attribute table, so now you'll see we've got map unit name, available water, drainage, again, whatever this is, not entirely sure. This is the CO key, this is the CPMAT group key, and then here is the parent material and how it was formed. So you can see all of this here comes from basalt. That's like colluvium basalt, so basalt that's kind of rolled down the hill and been broken down kind of physically that way. Okay, so that's kind of a more complicated thing. But yeah, give that a go. And then on the next video, I'll show you again how to clean this all up and then start kind of stylizing your map a little bit.